What if I told you that your liver is working against you every single morning, and that a simple glass of lemon water could completely change that? Most people wake up, drink coffee, and think they are starting their day off right. But here is the problem. Your liver spent the entire night processing toxins, old hormones, and metabolic waste. In the morning, it needs specific fuel to restart. And what do most people give it? Nothing, or way too much caffeine. In this video, you are going to discover why lemon water is not just a health fad. There is a real biological reason, proven by researchers, for why this habit works. And I'm going to show you the mistake 90% of people make when preparing this mixture. A mistake that cancels out almost all the benefits. Stay until the end because the part that matters most for your liver is in the middle of this video, and it is exactly the opposite of what you have probably heard. Let's be direct. Your liver is the most underrated organ in your body. It performs more than 500 different functions, filtering blood, metabolizing fat, producing bile, regulating hormones, and neutralizing toxins. And unlike the heart, it does not send pain signals when it is overwhelmed. It simply slows down. It becomes more congested, more inefficient. And you feel this as a tiredness that does not go away even when you sleep well. Difficulty losing weight, even when doing everything right. Dull skin, heavy digestion, and unstable moods. Researchers in the field of hepatology, which is the study of the liver, have identified that the first 30 minutes after waking up are a critical window for liver function. And here is the point that changes everything. Lemon water, when made the right way, acts directly on that window. I will explain the exact mechanism to you. But first, let me show you a fact that will surprise you. Before we continue, if you care about your health and want habits that actually work based on science, subscribe to the channel now. Every week I bring content like this. No sensationalism, no fads, just a real explanation of what happens inside your body. And if you know someone who drinks coffee first thing in the morning without eating anything, send this video to them. It might be more important than it seems. Leave a like as well. It helps this video reach more people who need this information before the problem becomes serious. While you sleep, your body enters maintenance mode. The liver, in particular, intensifies its nighttime work. It filters blood, breaks down used hormones, metabolizes alcohol if you drank, and stores glycogen, which is energy kept in reserve. Think of it like this. The liver at night is like a factory, working the graveyard shift. When the sun rises and you wake up, the factory needs a shift change. And it needs water. It needs electrolytes. And it needs a specific activator. After a night of fasting, even if it is only 7 or 8 hours, the body is slightly dehydrated. Research published in the Journal of Nutrition indicates that even 1.5% dehydration already compromises cognitive and metabolic functions. But dehydration does not just affect the brain. It directly affects blood viscosity. The blood gets thicker, which forces the liver to work harder to filter it. And here's the point that most people completely ignore. Now pay attention to this, because this is the heart of everything. Lemon contains a compound called citric acid, and citric acid is not just sour. It is a direct intermediate of the Krebs cycle. The Krebs cycle is the process your cells use to produce energy. In other words, citric acid enters your cells and literally fuels energy production at the cellular level. But what does this have to do with the liver? Everything. The liver needs energy to activate its detoxifying enzymes, especially those in phase 1 and phase 2 of liver detoxification. These are the enzymes that neutralize environmental toxins, old hormones, and byproducts of nighttime metabolism. When you drink lemon water in the morning, you are essentially giving the liver the fuel it needs to complete the work it started at night. But there is more. Lemon also stimulates the production of bile. And here is where it gets interesting. Because bile is not just for digesting fat. It is the primary vehicle for eliminating fat-soluble toxins from the liver. Research in gastroenterology shows that lemon compounds, including flavonoids like hesperidin and diosmin, have a choleretic effect, meaning they increase the production and flow of bile. This means more toxins moving out, more liver efficiency, more energy throughout the day. But here is the fatal mistake that 90% of people make, and it cancels all of this out. If you use bottled lemon, processed lemon juice, or squeeze lemon into hot water, you might be wasting literally all the benefits. Let's break it down. Processed lemon juices go through pasteurization at high temperatures. This destroys vitamin C, denatures some of the flavonoids, and eliminates the live enzymes present in fresh lemon. You get the flavor, but not the effect. There is a popular myth that hot water with lemon enhances the benefits. But vitamin C, one of the main antioxidants that protects the liver, is heat sensitive. This means it degrades with heat above 60 degrees Celsius. Lukewarm water is okay. Hot water is destroying what you want to preserve. And if you have already had coffee, the caffeine has stimulated gastric acid production and altered your stomach pH. This compromises the absorption of citric acid and vitamin C. Lemon water needs to be the first thing you consume on a completely empty stomach. If you ignore these 3 points, you could be drinking lemon water every day and feeling 0 results, because the method matters as much as the habit. Now let me show you another mechanism, because this right here is crucial. The liver is one of the organs with the highest metabolic rate in the body. A high metabolic rate means a high production of free radicals, unstable molecules that damage cells. This is called hepatic oxidative stress. And research shows that chronic oxidative stress in the liver is associated with the progression of conditions like hepatic steatosis, known as fatty liver, even in people who do not drink alcohol. Vitamin C, abundant in fresh lemon juice, is one of the most studied antioxidants for liver protection. A study published in Liver International showed that regular vitamin C intake reduced markers of liver inflammation in patients with non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. But here's the point that turns this from a supplement into a habit. You do not need a medicinal dose. The protective effect begins with regular, consistent doses absorbed under ideal conditions. Half a lemon squeezed into 300 milliliters of filtered water on an empty stomach in the morning, every day. Consistency beats intensity. Now let me show you what science says. No exaggerations, no absurd promises. Researchers from the University of Tokyo published a study in the Journal of Clinical Biochemistry and Nutrition analyzing the effect of citric acid on liver lipid metabolism. The result? The group that consumed citric acid regularly showed lower fat accumulation in the liver and higher activity of antioxidant enzymes. A systematic review published in 2021 in the journal Antioxidants analyzed the effects of citrus flavonoids on liver protection. The conclusion was that these compounds reduce markers of inflammation and cell death in liver tissue. And researchers in the field of chronobiology, which studies the body's biological rhythms, demonstrated that the liver has an internal clock highly sensitive to the first stimuli of the morning. Intake of water and micronutrients right upon waking synchronizes this clock and improves metabolic efficiency throughout the day. Important warning: none of this information replaces medical advice. If you have a diagnosed liver condition, kidney disease, or severe reflux, talk to your doctor before adopting any new habit. But for most healthy people, this is one of the most cost-effective habits supported by science. Now let me show you what happens in your body when you truly adopt this habit, day after day. In the first 3 days, your body begins to rehydrate more efficiently first thing in the morning. The liver receives the restart signal before any other stimulus. Many people report feeling less brain fog upon waking as early as the first week. From week 1 to week 2, bile production begins to normalize. Digestion becomes smoother, especially for fats. Some notice less abdominal bloating after meals. From week 3 to week 4, oxidative stress begins to drop with the consistent intake of vitamin C and flavonoids. Energy throughout the day tends to stabilize, fewer sharp peaks and crashes. Starting from the second month, research indicates that consistent intake of citrus antioxidants begins to show a measurable effect on liver markers in blood tests, such as ALT and AST, which are enzymes that indicate inflammation in the liver. This is not magic. It is biochemistry. It is consistency acting on a system that responds to daily stimuli. And now that you know why, let me show you how. Right, let's go to the exact protocol. Use fresh Eureka or Persian lemons, never processed. Eureka lemons have a higher concentration of flavonoids and vitamin C. If you don't have easy access, Persian lemons work very well. The right amount is half a lemon squeezed for every 250 to 300 milliliters of water. It does not need to be more than that. More is not necessarily better, and too much can irritate the esophagus. The water temperature should be room temperature or slightly warm, never above 50 to 60 degrees. Cold also works, but it can be a shock to the digestive system right after waking up. Timing is everything. On a completely empty stomach, before any food, supplement, or drink. Wait at least 20 to 30 minutes before having coffee or eating. This window allows the citric acid and vitamin C to be absorbed without competition. And above all, consistency. It is not about the day you take it. It is about the 30 consecutive days. Biology responds to repetition, not to occasional effort. Now, the errors that sabotage everything. Do not sweeten with sugar or honey immediately. Sugar stimulates insulin and interferes with the metabolic state of fasting. If you want to sweeten it, wait at least 20 minutes after the lemon. Do not forget to wash the lemon. The peel concentrates pesticides. Wash it under running water and use a brush before squeezing. Drink slowly. Drinking too fast can cause gastric discomfort, especially in the first few days. And the most common mistake of all, stopping when you don't feel a difference. Many of the benefits of lemon for the liver are silent. They happen at an enzymatic and cellular level. You are not going to feel the liver working better overnight, but markers change, energy changes, digestion changes. If you ignore these errors, you will likely stay in that cycle of starting and stopping, like most people do, and never see the real result. If you want to boost it even more, research indicates that adding a small pinch of Himalayan pink salt increases electrolyte absorption and enhances morning rehydration. It is not mandatory, but it is the advanced version of the protocol. Let's recap what you learned today. Your liver works intensely during the night, and in the morning, it needs a specific signal to restart efficiently. Lemon water, made the right way, delivers 3 things at once: efficient rehydration before any other substance, citric acid, which fuels the cellular energy production cycle and activates liver enzymes, and vitamin C and flavonoids, which fight oxidative stress in the liver and stimulate bile production. And most importantly, the method matters as much as the habit. Processed lemon, hot water, taking it after coffee. Any of these 3 mistakes could be canceling out 90% of the benefits without you even noticing. If this video opened your eyes to what actually happens inside your body every morning, then the next step is in your hands. If you have made it this far, you already know more about your liver than most people will learn in the next year. But knowing is not enough. The habit starts tomorrow morning. If this video helped you, leave a like now. It helps the algorithm show this content to people who need this information before the first signs of liver overload appear. Subscribe to the channel, because every week there is content like this, based on real scientific evidence explained in a way that makes sense. And tell me in the comments, do you already have the habit of drinking lemon water in the morning? Were you making any of the mistakes I mentioned? I want to read what you have to say. Until the next video.